Well, good day nerds. There is bad news. Apparently IS4 received PBR in 9.7, and instead of its sound profile becoming better, it actually got worse. It still has the old school weak spots like the entire roof of the hull, which is 30 millimeters. So if you're like even 100 and you see an IS4 attempting to snipe, and not snipe, side scrape, then you can always shoot over there and penetrate. You can do exactly the same thing in Object 140 as well, because it's 30 millimeter roof over there. So 30 times 3, that's 90 millimeter. Any gun bigger than 90 millimeter cannot technically bounce off with AP-PCR shells. Then there's also the 2 calibers rule that increases the gun, and not the gun, it increases the normalization of AP-PCR rounds. So instead of penetrating, say for example at this angle, it might be like 200 or something. Instead of penetrating 200 millimeter armor plate, now it's going to penetrate something like this. It should be around 60 or something. AP-PCR rounds at tier 10 can easily do 60 millimeters. So IS4 used to always have that problem. If someone who knows how to fight against IS4s, we always aim over there and penetrate. You can do exactly the same thing if the IS4 is like face hugging you. You can always look over there and shoot, or you can move slightly to the left and shoot over there, or shoot over there. We'll always penetrate. That was the old school weak spot. I mean, the lower plate is of course the weak spot as well. The front is always weak as soon as you load gold. So IS4 requires to like turn to angle that up, and then this shoulder becomes weak, so IS4 requires to wiggle, and entire time the IS4 lower plate is penetrable. So it didn't used to really have arm profile. You can only get lucky against players who can't aim properly or new to game, otherwise IS4 is not going to bounce anything. And on top of that, IS4 unfortunately received another cupola on the turret. It used to have one cupola on the turret that only tall tanks like E100 and Mouse could really aim at, but now IS4 has this cupola right here. Look at this. The entire turret used to be impenetrable except for the cheeks. The cheeks used to go to 14s right here in this spot. Object 140 can penetrate that. Now, even if you're going to play your IS4 properly in hull down position while attempting to side scrape, there is that weak spot to ruin your day. And I'll prove it to you. First we're going to shoot the engine deck that you can penetrate it. Then I'm going to do exactly the same thing from the front. So even if the IS4 is like face hugging you, they're just giving away weak spots to shoot at. And of course, no IS4 is going to stay still. They will always attempt to move, but you really think that the other guy is not going to be good at aiming, especially when the IS4 is this low. Then you're going to go further, going to aim at the cupola here. I'm going to get unlucky. I don't really know how that bounced. That should have penetrated, but I'll shoot that spot once again. And it penetrated for 467. That is really bad for IS4. Like, we already have Type 71, which is straight up better. IS4, it has even gun depression. It has custom equipments to either increase the gun depression from 6 degrees, that is 6 degrees is what IS4 gets. Type 71 gets up to 9 degrees, or you can increase mobility on the Type 71. So IS4 is becoming even more and more irrelevant nowadays, and this cupola is now pretty much going to ruin any IS4 players that used to be there. Like, you can easily aim over there, especially when the IS4 is very slow. That's it for now. I'll find something else to rant about later.